What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel, and we have a little bit of news about some upcoming. One of them's a new GPU, the other one's technically a refresh or a re-release of an older GPU, but they are GPUs designed for the sub $200 or $200 market, which right now basically doesn't exist in terms of like availability at all. So let's open up this article I was looking at on TechSpot. There we are. So Intel's Arc GPUs eye up the sub $200 market, but so does a refreshed RTX 2060 question mark. So this was posted actually yesterday. And why it matters. By now, it's no secret that Intel's upcoming Arc Alchemist GPUs won't match AMD or NVIDIA's best cards and will likely be entirely outclassed by next generation products coming next year. However, it's also becoming clear that uh, they'll almost be uncontested in the low end markets. I can't even talk. But according to another leak, NVIDIA is readying a refreshed RTX 2060 to fill that gap before Alchemist launches. So what they're talking about here, guys, is Intel's GPUs aren't going to be able to get up and go toe-to-toe with the big boy AMD or NVIDIA cards, but they don't have to because there's so much wide open space, and they're talking about the $200 price point, but honestly, there's not much in the $300 or even $400 price point that you can actually buy. $300 and $400 price point cards are going for double, if not more than double MSRP. So if Nvidia can just lay the smackdown on a huge quantity of incoming stock, which I don't know if they're going to be able to or not. They may have the same supply chain issues as AMD and Nvidia. I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like Intel would be a little bit more ready to go whenever they actually launch a product. I might be completely off base there. So an alleged leaked slide posted on Baidu once again reiterates the Arc Alchemist intends to leave the top Enthusiast Plus class of graphics cards. The RTX 3080 and RX 6800 XT, as well as their higher end Halo product cousins, well enough alone. So, and Intel's not even looking to go toe to toe with those at all at the moment. Instead, the upper portion of the Alchemist lineup, still referred to here as its DG2 moniker, covers the upper mid-range market segment, while the lower end SoC2 derived GPUs target the clear gap in recent releases below the $300 price point. I think that's key here. If Intel comes in and they're like, yo, we're going to give you good budget graphics cards, we're going to give you good mid-range graphics cards, and we're going to give you a good amount of VRAM with them, Intel could be a serious player in the aftermarket, and heck, even OEM graphics card department. I hate to say it, your average person is not buying a 3090 or a 6900 XT, and most people are trying to reach and get a hold of a 3070 or 3080. I'd say you're 90% of the market's looking for that $200 to $400 graphics card, which right now is just, it's like a unicorn. You can't even find them. So competition seems to be on its way, as according to insiders cited by Video Cards, which is a fairly reputable website. They have a lot of leaks that are actually confirmed, and they end up being true. NVIDIA is readying the RTX 2060 for another outing. The Turing-based GPU will see its VRAM capacity bumped up to 12 gigabytes, but other than that, it is reportedly the same GPU that launched back in January of 2019, rather than a high-powered variant like the Super Series. What's interesting here is the RTX 2060 was already kind of re-released. What was it, 8 months ago? But it was not re-released as a 12 gigabyte variant. A 12 gigabyte model of a 2060 is actually, that's a pretty cool card, because it gives you a lot of options, but does it have the horsepower to actually push those? I don't know. On the mining side of things, a 2060 is a decent card. You're looking at 30 mega hash, give or take. They're fairly energy or power efficient, but it's nothing to write home about. If we pull up, let's go to What to Mine right now and just pull up a 2060 real quick while we're talking about it. So regular 2060, looking at 30 mega hash on Ethereum. Moving over to Kapow, looking at 18 mega hash. What's another big one? Octopus 34 mega hash. Beam 20. And if we click calculate here, I still can't talk. It looks like the most profitable algorithms at the moment is it's actually Ravens beating out Ethereum on a RTX 2060. But so RTX 2060 is looking like it's like a $2 a day card before power. After power, you're only profiting like $1.50 to $1.60, $1.70. Definitely not a huge card, but if they sell these things for $200 or less, say if they're like, oh, RTX 2060 12 gig, 199, man, will those fly off the shelf. Because even at that rate, you're looking at 100 or less days ROI in the current market, which is slightly down right now. So regardless, Intel coming out with new GPUs, AMD re-releasing the 2060 as a 12 gigabyte model, or heck, even if they re-release it as a 6 gigabyte model, but cap the price at that 199 to 200 range, it still is an awesome thing to hear. So let me know down below, guys. Comment and let me, will you be buying some of these new Intel GPUs? Or are you going to stay away from them? I personally would love to try out some of these Intel GPUs as long as they're not grossly overpriced, which, I mean, that's like saying that it's going to be. These cards are going to be expensive in the beginning, and then hopefully scalpers will, maybe they won't mess with them. I don't know. It's a tough time. It really is. So we have seen a couple days of downhill momentum on payouts. It looks like it went down for the last 2 days. We're slightly going back up on pay rates. So I don't know if that means it needs to go down for a longer period of time for people to start getting scared out of mining. Right now, mining is still making way too much money. So that means the scalpers are still being able to sell to the miners because the miners are still buying. It's a vicious cycle. But anyway, other than that, hope everybody's having a great day. I'm gonna peace out of here. I have a absolute mess behind me, but I have another 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. I have another 6 GPUs coming in, so I want to get everything sorted out before I close up the closet and clean up everything in here. So yeah. Oh, and also I have a new video coming out on my Motor Nubs channel where me and my brother are giving my dad an older Thunderbird, and we're going to get into doing a little bit of autocross with that. Kind of just something to shake things up. My dad's big time into dirt track racing, so we're trying to get him onto a little bit of asphalt stuff. So if you want to, link is at the very bottom of my description for my car channel, and that video should be going up either tonight or tomorrow. So other than that, guys, peace out. We'll see you on the next one. Adios. Bye.